Hello, welcome to the energy update for July. I'm Lee Harris, I'm an intuitive guide, and every month I take the pulse on what's going on energetically, collectively. And this month we're looking at surfing the extremes, specifically focusing on alignment and rejection, elevation and depletion, and realization and reflection. Stay tuned for the full scoop. Hey everyone, how are you doing? This is the July energy update, and as those of you who followed my updates for a while may have heard me speak about, or you're just feeling it in your life, the times of the extremes are definitely upon us. Extreme speed, extreme transformation, and extreme happenings in our lives. Often things that are waking us up and shaking us up, usually things that we didn't expect to happen, that we didn't think would happen. And as we go through July and August, that unexpected and that extreme energy is going to come into very sharp focus for individuals and for us as a collective. So as I was tuning in on what are the specific messages for July, I was given three things. So the first one is alignment and rejection. So alignment is when we connect with the people, places, things that we're really meant to connect with, that they're really right for our soul, they're really right for our path in life. So you meet someone who is going to be a step on your journey to what you want to do in the world, or perhaps they're an old soul friend, or perhaps they invite you to a place that you go and visit and you're like, wow, I've never felt like this about a place before, and you have a really profound experience. So that's the theme of alignment that's going to be showing up strongly in the next couple of months. But the other extreme of alignment is the wound of rejection. Rejection is one of the most uncomfortable wounds around love and around connection that we have on the planet. And sometimes rejection shows up for us because it's something that we've been playing out all our life. So perhaps if we had really traumatic experiences of feeling rejected when we were younger or earlier in life, we'll often play that out again. We'll enlist someone else who has a habit of rejecting us, or we think they have a habit of rejecting us because they're not quite giving us the attention that we would like. And so we interpret that as rejection because that's the way we're seeing it. That's our filter. So the reason that alignment and rejection were showing up to me this morning in real simpatico is you have to remember that those two things need each other. If you depersonalize rejection, if you remember that rejection isn't usually about you, it's the other person is not seeing the value in you and your connection with them. And what tends to happen for those of us who have a rejection wound is we'll start chasing rejection, re-traumatizing ourselves over and over again, rather than thinking, oh wow, I should not be going after this person who is running in the other direction, or I should not be banging on the door of this opportunity that keeps telling me no over and over and over again. Especially not if it's traumatizing you. Sure, there are the steadfast among you who are like, no, if I keep banging this door on the 8th time, they're going to say yes. I'm not speaking about that. I'm speaking about when you get off balance emotionally, when you start to feel rejected, feel wounded, lose your sense of power and connection. So if you're chasing people who are rejecting you, you are missing the alignment that can come on the left. If this person says no, it leaves you free for this person to say yes a week later. So there is an incredible healing arc around alignment and rejection in the next couple of months. Can you trust that the things that you are feeling rejected by, or the things that you are maybe choosing to reject in your life? Because it goes both ways. Maybe you're surprised, you're like, wow, I am no longer behaving the way that I used to. I am no longer playing out this pattern. I am no longer aligned with this person. Remember that if you get into the trust that a new alignment will come in, that as we let go of one thing, we create space for another, then new alignments start to appear, new opportunities, new gifts. So alignment and rejection will be showing up. And the trick is, how do we feel about it? And do we have an opportunity here to feel differently about it than we did in the past? Coupled with that, the second theme I was shown is elevation and depletion. I know for sure I've experienced both of those myself in the last month or so, but again, it's to do with the energetic extremes. There can be this rapid feeling of transformational electrical energy in your body. Your heart might feel bigger than ever before. Your visionary mind might see the most amazing thing. You might have the most profound experience in nature that you don't ever remember having at this level before. And then the opposite can also happen just as quickly, a feeling of depletion. The question to ask yourself when you go into depletion is, how do you deal with the fact that your energy has run out? You are feeling depleted. A lot of us will run a story of there's something wrong, we need to fight it. But actually, the gift of depletion at the moment is we're all having a certain kind of accordion-like energy expansion on the planet. So you get to open up, you get to feel more expanded in your life, but then your body, your soul, your energy field goes, okay, and now I'm going to bring it down again so that I can just get used to it. So when we're depleted, how are we grounding? And if depletion is a problem, if you're like surfing highs and the lows feel bad and they feel tricky, where is it that you're needing more practices for grounding in your life? So grounding is very specific. It might be for you, it might be yoga. It might just be going into your garden religiously for 20, 30 minutes a day, not because you've run out of energy and you remembered, oh yeah, I should go to the garden when I've run out of energy, just as a practice. So practices for grounding our body on the earth, in the earth, these are really important at these heightened times. So elevation is one state and it feels often euphoric, deeply connected to everything. Depletion is another. It's the end result of the high speed, the high empowerment, the high shift that we're going through. So when we're depleted, what grounding tools do I need? What grounding person, what grounding activity, what grounding place do I need to fill myself with a little more often in my life so that I can surf these waves? And finally, the third strand was realization and reflection. So epiphanies are wonderful things, and we get the opportunity as we go through our lives and as we age and as we see things differently and as our experiences expand, we get to have realizations about past events, current events, the way we see the world, the way we see our life, and then we have a moment of reflection. We can take that new way of seeing and we can look back from where we've come, and whether it's looking at the history of the planet, the history of humanity, or whether it's just looking at it in a very personal way and seeing ways that you behaved in the past that you suddenly have a light bulb moment around and you're like, oh God, I could do that better next time. And I now see why that was the best I could do then, but now I've had this epiphany, this realization, I can move forward. So realizations require reflection for us to make useful change. It's often the case that the epiphany energy or the realization energy, if you don't ground it, you can kind of run like a headless chicken and repeat the same pattern. So for example, oh my God, I've just realized I need this kind of person to be in love with and I'm gonna go and find them now. No, it's really good to have the realization and let the energy come back down into the body, let the energy settle, and then go, okay, now I've had that epiphany. Let me look at my patterns of behavior in the way I did that before, and let me look at the patterns up ahead. Now, to most people who perhaps don't go with this way of thinking or don't experience life this way, what I'm saying will seem like double Dutch, which is fine. But for those of you who are going through very fast awakening stages, feeling like you're changing faster than ever before, feeling like you don't yet know who you're becoming or what you're doing next, but you know that something profound is happening to you. Reflection is the key. It doesn't mean overly navel gazing. It doesn't mean just obsessively looking at your own life. It means taking moments to stop, breathe, look at what you're learning and what you're experiencing differently in the world, and then go, okay, how do I want to apply this? And what does it mean to who I am and who I've been and where I'm going? There is an incredible power in presence and stillness right now. And that's what this gift of reflection gives us. So sure, realizations, epiphanies, they are happening faster than ever before. but they become superpowered when we take time to reflect. When we reflect, we can make new decisions and be very conscious about the new pathways that we're creating. And that's really what's birthing on the planet right now. More and more conscious creation, conscious people, and consciousness is slowly seeping into the unconscious parts of our old society so that we can move forward in a very different way. So in a way, July and August, they're fast energetically, but you will probably find there's a power in slowness and stillness more than a power in speed and action. That will be true for most of you listening to this. There'll be a few of you speedy bunnies who are like, having a great time and getting a load done. But for most of you listening, taking your time and letting things filter in and trusting that you're not going to miss anything by sitting and being with your new elevated thoughts. Giving them time to land is going to create more abundant realities for you in the future. So thank you for tuning in to the July Energy Update. If you want to go deeper with me, I have a members community called The Portal, where every month I do a 90-minute deep dive live broadcast, which is video. I spend 30 minutes going deep into what's going on energetically, and then I spend an hour answering questions, both as an energy intuitive and also as a channeler. And those broadcasts are available as replays. This month, we always have an exclusive meditation or channel, and this month it's meditation for the magnetic soul, a channeled and sound healing piece that came through for this month. So if you want to check out my Portal community, we would love to welcome you. There are so many other things in there too, so you can check out the link. I'll play a clip of meditation for the magnetic soul at the end of this video. And last but not least, our Costa Rica retreat, 7 days at Blue Spirit in Nosara, Costa Rica, called Soul Magic, to really take a deep dive with me and the team I bring along to set up your 2020 and to be together in community. It's a really medicinal week, and we are currently 75% sold out. So if any of you were feeling you wanted to come to Costa Rica in October, we would love to have you there, but you might want to think about booking your space in the next month or so because it's filling up very quickly. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. I'll leave you with this clip, the meditation, and have a great month. See you all next time.
What you are seeing in the decades to come, and we are recording this message in your 2019, is a very new energy of heart and love on your planet. And that is a frequency which, when created from, shifts vibrational reality for all. The best example we can give you of this is think of the loving person that you know in your life. The one who is very quick to love, very quick to give their love, give their support, give their nurture and their nature. Think of how they make you feel when you are with them. Think of how they make a room feel. And imagine that this frequency of love was your normal, was what was carrying all of you. There you have the fifth dimensional frequency of love. That is what you are feeling. And there is far more beyond this example we are giving you. So when more of you are running that frequency through your bodies, through your hearts, and creating a very different world as a result, then more of you will get to go deeper into fifth dimensional creation. Which means fast to almost instant manifestation. You are able to move form with consciousness in ways that many of you remember from other times, other lives, soul memories, but that you have not yet seen playing out on the earth at this time. So, at this moment we have to back up and say to all of you, it is okay that fifth dimensional reality seems a little far away right now. The goal of you listening to this meditation and this message from us is not to have you enter the fifth dimension immediately. It is instead to give you the invitation, to give you a sense of what fifth dimensional living is, so that you can start to gently but surely allow yourself to walk into it more and more every day. So that not only do you pioneer that energy for others, but perhaps more importantly, you re-invite yourself to a frequency of living that has less fear, less control, less traditional human stresses, and is far more aligned with trust, flow, harmony, peace, and love.